Naveen, I have a question. Sometimes we see like a congestion and prices breaking that congestion. And sometimes I feel like, okay, it broke the congestion, I wanna buy or I wanna sell that. But isn't that like chasing the market? Wouldn't it be better actually if I bought or sold at the beginning of the congestion, before the break happens?
Okay, let me explain this on a whiteboard real quick. One of the things to understand about breakout trading basically means there's a congestion. If the congestion breaks, people activate the buys. And what you're asking is, wouldn't that be considered like chasing the market?
Yes, exactly.
So, yes, it would be considered chasing the market, but there are certain elements where breakouts actually come in handy. The reason being, it all depends on the context of things. Now, generally, if you use this word here, chase, everyone's going to say, no, never chase the market. Let me show you something here. If I bring your attention to today's trade, let me just open this up. Notice
Yes,
where the trade is done is right there. Doesn't that look like a breakout / chase?
Yes,
okay.
It does.
Okay, so this is not just me who traded it. If you take a look at, we did this together with the community as well. I was initially looking at it. It ran away. I wasn't sure. I waited a little bit. And then as things developed even further, I took the trade with the community as well. And some of the other guys got in as well, made some money on the elite community. This entire position, the whole idea of it is, what's the context? The flow is down. How is the markets responding to a better price? It keeps getting smacked down again. Better smacked down again. This gives me information that says, well, now it looks safer and safer and safer. But the idea is, if you simply discuss it in terms of, should I just buy or sell at the moment the breakout happens? The answer to that is no. So let me explain, let me bring you back to the whiteboard. In the context of a range, it also depends on where is this range on the higher time frame. But it also matters on if the prices are rising and they cannot come back down, that's a good sign. But if the prices are rising and they get rejected fully, I'm not interested in buying, because when this goes through, that's a chase. Okay? On the flip side of things, if this happens, I'm okay with that. Okay, so it's a conditional thing based on what is actually happening, what is actually considered a chase, what is actually considered an appropriate breakout method. Because what people refer to as a breakout is anything that crosses this line is considered breakout. Yes, but that's just a label. We want to go beyond just the label and understand what is happening in the market, because that's what makes the difference. Just by crossing this line, well, is that a breakout? Oh, maybe I drew the line wrong. Well, this is going to be a constant struggle then otherwise. So the idea is not how do you draw it, but what does it mean? What is it trying to tell you? Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I wish I knew when to take prior to the breakout, like really at the beginning. But then I'm also learning with you that it's actually safer to wait for price to develop and then to try to take like a little bit higher, but safer.
Yeah, and that's very contradictory, right? It's actually controversial. Don't get a better price, get a worse price when it's on its way.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of the best practices don't make sense in the retail world.